Germany for the Halloween festival. So this mask is only required in stores and in the scare zones, scare houses. And yeah, we will see what's going to happen today. Join us on our adventure. It's way more crowded than yesterday. Hello, I love your costumes. So cool. Bye-bye. Daffy Duck.
Ey, Leon, der kostet tatsächlich nur 30.
Daffy Duck.
Leon, der kostet 29,90. 30 Euro für diese
Nein, du brauchst kein Ei.
12 Euros.
Ich will so ein kleines Ende. Ach nee, das ist wert, ne?
And of course, Roadrunner.
Ja, hier ist der andere.
Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny. Tweety. Coyote. And of course, Sylvester. We have a Speedy Gonzales shirt. Bendable figures of Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner, Wally Coyote, Sylvester and Tweety. We also have some mugs. And a canvas. Right here we have Troublemaker with Tasmanian Devil and Tasmanian Devil figurine and keychain and a very angry Tweety bird. Here we got more Tasmanian Devil stuff. Truth or dare, truth or hair. More Tweety bird. A Tweet knife. And a Wild E. Coyote shirt. And a Taz shirt. Why so angry, Sylvester? Because it's very crowded today, we're going to head to the roller coasters.
Yes.
Which roller coaster are we going to do first?
Don't know.
Don't know. I don't know that roller coaster.
Oh.
We will see. So the first we're going to do is the Star Trek ride.
Dear guests, please note that furthermore, we would like to point out that the safety distance of 1.5 meters should be kept in mind. Please pay attention to the ground markings. Thank you.
Cadets, this is your superintendent speaking. I'm honored to welcome you today as aspiring officers here on the campus of the illustrious Starfleet Academy. Since the Academy was founded in the year 2161, many famous officers have begun their career here. However, before the entrance examinations begin and your training mission is loaded, we ask that all cadets should strictly adhere to the following safety instructions. All areas of Starfleet Academy and the entire training simulator are under CCTV surveillance. If a cadet touches the exhibits or should damage any property by vibration, this will result in an immediate police report and removal to the warning center. The instructions of the teaching and training personnel must be followed at all times. The course on warp theory and the training missions require a minimum age of 7 years and a height of at least 130 meters. Cadets who do not meet this minimum requirement will unfortunately be barred from the entrance examination. Operation Enterprise is an exciting, turbulent, high-speed mission through the depths of the universe, involving daring flight maneuvers, high warp speeds, 360-degree turns, and unpredictable battle situations. For your safety, we require that all cadets should be in good physical condition and free of high blood pressure, heart, or back problems. Those cadets with epilepsy or other physical limitations that might be made worse by the upcoming mission, we ask to refrain from participating in the upcoming entrance examination. The consumption of conventional food not produced by a replicator is strictly prohibited at Starfleet Academy. This restriction also applies to your training mission.
John Luc Bigger wird am kommenden Dienstag einen Gastvortrag über First Contact Protokolle und Felddiplomatie über Super- und Kommunikationskanal in der Foxhalle am Federation Plaza halten.
This one was fun. It looked like a Velocicoaster. I'm not sure it is because I've never been in there. But yeah, you first go up, you go back, and then you're going to do the whole track. But at first I was very surprised.
This whole store is dedicated to the Star Trek franchise. Here we have Star Trek cups. And mugs. So here's a mug from the ride. This is $12.95. Here's another mug. And this mug is $14.90. Here we have a character mug, which is $9.90. T-shirts. I am a doctor, not a bricklayer. And these shirts are $21.99. Here we have another ride. This is how the ride looks like. And it's $14.90. Here we have some Star Trek items, a phaser, some Spock ears, and another phaser. Here we have some teddy bears dressed in their Star Trek uniform. And of course, turtles. The turtles are $6.95. We have a shirt from the ride and another Star Trek mug. This mug is $12.90. Here are some characters. And the characters are $4.90. Keychain and ratchets. The ratchets are $7.95. Shirt that says Little Turkey. Some stuffies. And of course, Star Trek dolls. From Spock, Captain Kirk, and Lieutenant Uhura, if I say that right. There you go. These dolls are, let's see, $44.90. Here we have some smart bendable figures. A banner. Tote bags and caps. The tote bags are $6.95. And here we have a wallet. This wallet is $24.90. This is the inside. We have some little trackies dolls. But I only see the tenant at this point. We have the character 4-pack. The 4-pack is $14.95. Some college jackets, again, or high school jackets. I call it. There's a little pants, another tote bag, and of course canvas posters, a painting. Oh, there was a Star Trek and cat thing. I found a display where you can see the Star Trek posters better. There's not a coaster, it's just a reflective poster. And here we have a Star Trek communication badge. It has a Bluetooth mode. That's why it's €109.90. And we start the card game. And the USS Enterprise. This is $24.90. We've got some posters. These button badges are €1 each. That's really cheap. We have a coin purse from Star Trek. Big ones to have them. Here we have a luggage tag.
I was searching everywhere for this 2021 Halloween horror festival, and Natasha found one, so we're going to where it is right now. Next up is Bandit. So Bandit is a very old roller coaster. It was made in 1999 when it was still on the world, and it's still here today. They've got all kinds of American taste. Or cardboard stuff. And looky. It's an eagle. Eagle buddy. But it says try me. Oh, it makes noises. Oh. Hello. Another Lucky Luke. And some old props.
posters. And of course, the bandit lock.
It's been a very, very long time since I've ridden a Ferris wheel. Yay! Oh, I wish I could still do that, but I'm too old for that. Oh. Anyways, look at the food. Over there, where they have the Starfleet Academy Recruitment Center. That was in Veel, where they had props from different movies, or from Warner Brothers or MGM or Universal. And during the Halloween event, they would even show you little clips of horror movies. I remember Jaws 2, Halloween, Friday 13th. This thing, I don't know what that word is called in English, but that's very old. It's a very old one. There's that bandit. And the flying saucer thing. Area 51 now. And of course the Star Trek track. Not a track track, that sounds fun. Want to see the Star Trek track in person?
Why is it long now?
No. It's not a large queue. Also has a bruised shark. Time to get some food. And at El Sombrero we have burgers, nuggets, salads, french fries. And they're cheese for 3,000. Somebody put cookie eyes on this Mexican. So for lunch I have nachos and chili cheese nuggets. What do you have? Nachos?
Nachos and een ribburger.
The rib burger, can we see it when you unfold it?
Now?
Can you unpack it?
You want to see it?
Yes. I want to see it. That's a lot of sauce. Hope it's going to be great. So now we can see this ride in action, because yesterday there weren't many children to play this game. So I guess they have to extinguish the fires. There's no winner, but it's nice. I don't remember I've done this ride when I was a child, but I don't think so. And now it's time for Area 51.
Ja, nie.
So that was fun. We got a little bit wet, but the funniest part was that we were stuck in the ride and employees had to push us out of the way so we could continue our journey. But the best part was I still love this ride even after the refurbishment. Don't go sit in the front or the back because you're going to get soaked.
I have the one thing that all children want. All the candy their mean parents refuse to give them. Just come a little closer. Close your eyes, and you'll get a big surprise. Sounds good, right? I have what you want. Come fill your piggy face with treats. You know what?
So what I want to show you guys is this big mask. It reminds me of the American Horror Story. This one is $19.95. And of course, this It mask, which is the same price. It's a scary bunny. And then the clown. These are the clown as well. And of course the Hannibal Lecter mask. This mask is only $4.90. That's not much. This mask right here reminds me of the Verge. I don't know how much it is because it's still plugged in. Let's try to find. Oh, there it is. And this mask is $99. Can't find the price, but it's a really cool RC spider. I've seen it on Amazon. It's nice and clear. And some other stuff to decorate your house with. Here we got a chair cover. Some severed hand. Glow-in-the-dark trick-or-treat bucket.
Dat is ook een beetje Insider dan.
Deine haben die auch nicht mehr, oder?
Den? Doch.
Some chills and stuff. Some slime. And of course, the Halloween Horror Festival there. We have a reduced Halloween Horror Festival. Don't know which year it was, but 2019. And here's the shirt with the horror bunny. This horror bunny was also from 2019. Here we have a cool Jason Lives t-shirt. Here we have another scary clown. The skeleton in a rope cage. Look at it. Look at this angry pumpkin face. And a goat carving set. So, I don't know if I've let you see these belly buttons. But if you're afraid, you still want to enjoy having it you can just push this button and the characters will know that you're afraid.
So that was a quick look around. It's almost 5 o'clock, so that means the Halloween Horror Festival is going to start. So let's go. For Crazy Cop, which was in 1996 it was Police Academy, and now it's the entrance for Acid Warrior, the first house for today. So I'm right at the exit of Acid Warrior. This was something. You had to run, there was smoke, you had to push buttons, there were zombies everywhere, and yeah, it was really hard to run with a mask on. So be aware. This one you have to run for. And now we're going to Slaughterhouse, which is right here. I hope I don't have to run for it. We will find out soon. eating meat from human beings. And yeah, the props are really good. It really looked like a store. This one is definitely my favorite. Zero bar lighter van cola, water, behorende, private aid, and of course chocolate. So you can upgrade to hot dog, spicy chicken wings, steak, cold turkey, schnitzel, and of course fries. Get some salads. And some dressing for nice ox. So I have chosen a schnitzel, spicy chicken wings, some fries, and Coca-Cola. My dad is a schnitzel, champignons and fries, and also Coca-Cola. To go, they had this stage all filled with Fantastic Beasts costumes from the studio tour in Watford Junction. I will of course show you that footage right now.
Anything about the visiting community in America?
I think there's a lot of backward source about relations with creatures. Hey, Mr. English guy! I think you're English actually. You thought they won't like a bear.
It's something that has implications for the whole city world.
Genau wie in diesem Kopf verbinden offenbar mehr als man kann. Von Haut aus verwiesen liegt die Fehlung von Menschen in der Welt. Ich frage mich eins. Warum ist Albus Dumbledore Ihnen so zugetan? Ist das gemeint? Zuerst mal.
Happy Halloween.
attractie theater. Love your costume. End of Circus of Freaks. I really enjoyed this one. This is going to be my second favorite of the night. If you're afraid of clowns, don't do this one. She's funny.
Ja, das geht jetzt so schnell.
So I hope you liked our videos about Movie Park Germany during the Halloween Horror Festival. So I've done all the houses, all the scare mazes, and it was raining, so I couldn't talk back then. So I'm going to rank them. So for 8, so that's last place, is Acid Warrior. This is because you had to do a lot of running and it was very difficult with a mask. It was hard to breathe and these actors were like, run, run, run. I was like, run yourself, out of my face. So that's all I remember about this scare house. So the 7th is Camp Out. I think this was because it was 12 plus, so there weren't many scare actors, and when there were scare actors, they were like at locations where you could see them from miles away, and they were like, boo, and I was like, yay. So yeah, and also it was in a forest, so maybe their environment kept them from giving any jump scares. But yeah, that will be 2nd place. So the 6th place goes to Secrets of St. Elmo. I liked it, but it was a game. And because it was a game, there were just 2 or 3 characters about. And they just had to take you through the game. And there was this one person that kept on talking German to me, which I don't talk German. And I still don't know what he said to me because he was like, bye. And I was like, okay, so here's the gun. And now? But the funny part was with the other character that I couldn't open the door. So that was funny. The 5th place is Project Ninja. Project Ninja was very good. They had scare actors that would like communicate with you, and they opened the door, but the door wasn't visible for us. So out of the sudden they opened a row of lockers, and it was like, come with me, and then it changed into this Dead Space, like, yeah, how you call it, a video game environment. Not that you had to shoot anything, but it was like creatures coming at you, persons that wanted to eat you, just weird things. And there was also this Marilyn Monroe, and she was like, hey, wanna have a drink with me? And I was like, what are you doing here? But it had all to do about DNA, so I think they were going to harvest your DNA. I can't remember. Oh, there we go. The 4th place is going to the Curse of Chupacabra. This is the only scare maze where you have to crawl through dark corners, and you have to lead your way with a rope in complete darkness. So that meant when you were crawling, somebody would take your hand or your foot or whatever. And I don't know if I scared the lady behind me. I don't know what happened, but she was like scared and I didn't see her at the exit. So it was complete darkness, so I still don't know where she is. But what I liked about this scare maze is that they used, forgot the name of the ride, but I think the Secret Temple it's called. And they used the location of the area, the queue area, and of course the ride itself. So the animatronic was in use. I think he was dressed like a Cyclops, if I saw it correctly. Okay, so the second runner-up is Circus of Freaks. I like this maze a lot, and yeah, it's 3rd place because there is no shared 3rd place, like shared 2nd or 1st. This maze had a lot of characters and they were touching you. And I know it's COVID, but they tell you they're going to touch you. But it was like the only house that they were actually touching me. But I wanted to tell you a story. And this story was about their circus. They were like, one wanted to tell my fortune, which I did not want to because it was dark and scary. I made a new friend, which you would see in the video if you've seen everything. She was on the unicycle. Okay, so the second runner-up, first runner-up is Slaughterhouse. So Slaughterhouse used a location that they used a lot like years ago for Saw and The Grudge. So I already knew where to walk, which was a bit funny, but they made use of a lot of props, and the location looked like a butcher shop. It first looks like a factory, and they were like, okay, I'm gonna take your leg, and I'm gonna take your head, or I'm gonna take your meat. And then you end up in the butcher shop, which really looked like a butcher shop. And
was that the one with the Dutch thingy?
Nope. That's 1st place. I'm sorry, it's not like... It's Dutch, I know, but it's from the movie Hostel. And they really made it look like a hostel. And there were people screaming everywhere like, help me, they're going to kill me. And at first you were like in the hostel, and I couldn't film there, so I can only tell you what I saw. And there was like Heineken, Amstel, on the wall there was mooie tas voor €2. So that was funny. And they were talking Dutch, which was a bit weird, but I think they had Dutch actors, I don't know. And yeah, they just tell the story about hostel itself, where the characters of the movie come into Amsterdam and they're in their hostel, and then they make appointment with somebody, and then they get to a different country, and that's where the second part of the scare zone is. Yeah, there's this guy with a chainsaw going after you. So yeah, a lot of jump scares and great costumes for that one. So.
And what did you think about the scare zone?
So there were 3 scare zones, and they had like little themes, but I don't think they paid any copyright, so they had to make their own version. So the first one was in the Main Street area, was Horror Boulevard, where you saw Chucky, Batman characters like Penguin and Harlequin and Poison Ivy, but they did something to the costume that was a bit different, a bit scary. And I think I saw Georgie running about and Chucky. Did I already say Chucky? Anyways, Chucky was running about. So for the Chucky actor, I know it's your job to scare people, but don't run after children. The child was afraid. If you don't know what I'm referring about, it's like, I think 2 scenes away from this video, like from here, is I was recording and there was this child really afraid and Chucky was chasing her, and I was like, don't do that to children. Children, you know, they want to go to the theme park, see what Halloween is about, and then they get the scares.
That's how I was going to hate Halloween Horror.
Yeah, that's how you became hating the Halloween event. Because there was this guy with a chainsaw and he went after you through the whole theme park, and then one of the adults had to save you. And I'm like, that's trauma right there. So anyways.
And I was 8.
Yeah, you were 8 years old. I think this girl was only 13. So, yeah. The second one was Acid Rain. And Acid Rain had these characters that were just completely with acid. And I can't really say much about it because there's no movie involved. I think it had something to do with the Acid Warrior. You know, the Acid Warrior scare maze. And then the last one was Dead West. The only thing is, I had never seen pirates in the Old West. There were some Mexican characters, like one was dressed as a, not a chupacabra, the other thing. Not a wolf. Coyote. He was dressed as a diseased coyote. And that was pretty much it. That's the whole Mexican Dead West thing. And I was like, I don't know what the pirates are doing there, but they did a great job. Only one destroyed his own prop, and I'm like, aw, that's bad. Because it was the first night, and then you have to do all the other events. So I hope his prop is restored somehow. So I hope you liked this video. Give a thumbs up if you did so. Consider subscribing and leave a comment if you're also going to a movie park or any other Halloween event. So we'll see you next time. Bye bye! So we'll see you next time. Bye bye!